Hi, and welcome to Body Metrix, the show that teaches you practical ways to incorporate healthy nutrition principles into your busy lifestyle. My name is Adrienne Delgado, and I am a registered dietitian. We are continuing to talk about healthy holidays, and in today's episode, I'm going to show you a low-calorie, lower-sugar pumpkin dessert your whole family's going to love. For this recipe, you will need 2 cups of old-fashioned oats, 1 cup of dates, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil melted, a half a cup of pecans, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a pinch of salt, and a 1/4 cup of water. For the pumpkin pie filling, we will need 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree, a 1/4 cup of butter, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a pinch of salt. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Next, we're going to make our crust. So for this, we're going to throw in our oats into a food processor. We're also going to add a cup of dates, and this is what's going to give our crust some sweetness without any added sugar. It's perfect. I love using it for crust for pies or tarts. It works great. We're also going to add in some melted coconut oil. All right. And finally, hands are a little messy, we're also going to add in some of our nutmeg and a pinch of salt. Perfect. And we're just going to crumble this up until it's pulled together. I love food processors because they make things so quick and easy. Next, we're going to pour in a little bit of water into, and I'm going to mix it while I pour it in. And you'll notice that adding that little bit of liquid just really thickens it up, makes it a little bit more crumbly. And then finally, we're going to add some chopped pecans to that. And we're going to pulse just a couple more times until it's all incorporated. Perfect. Now you may have a couple bigger chunks of pecans. No problem. That's what gives it that really great taste. Now, before we put it into our pan, we do need to do a little bit of work because these are messy. So I always like to spray the pan just for easy cleanup. And then you could just put the crust right in here, but I'm actually going to do another layer of protection, and I'm going to add a little bit of parchment paper. Having that cooking spray then makes the parchment paper stick a little better and just makes it really easy to pull out. All right, and now that we have our crust done, we're just going to dump it into, let's pull this out. We're just going to put this right into our pan. And you can either use a spatula, you can use your hands to get it into those corners. Let me move this out of the way so you can see. And we're just going to pat that in really well to make that nice crust on the bottom of our pumpkin pie squares. So typically we think pumpkin pie when we're doing Thanksgiving or Christmas, and this is just a nice low-calorie version to the higher calorie desserts that you typically see around the holidays. Plus, there's no added sugar, which is always a plus for me. All right, so we got that crust in there really nice. Now it's time to make our filling. Okay, so let's set this over here. I'm going to unplug my food processor. And let's get the mixer ready. All right, so in our bowl, we're gonna put 1 can, which is 15 ounces of pumpkin pie. I'm sorry, pumpkin, not pumpkin pie. That has a ton of added sugar. We just want straight up pumpkin. All right, and to that, we're gonna add our butter and a little bit of brown sugar. Just a 1/4 cup for this whole entire dish. Okay, so now that we've creamed those 3 ingredients together, we're now gonna add our milk. We're gonna add 2 eggs. Let me wash my hands real quick. All right, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of our pumpkin pie spice. Our vanilla. And finally, our spices. So we have a little bit of nutmeg and a little bit of cinnamon to add. This smells so good already. I can't wait till it's done. All right. And then again, another little pinch of salt. Perfect. And then we're gonna mix again. Perfect. Now we're ready to add this to our crust. Actually, I'll put this right here. Move my spices out of the way. And we're just gonna pour this on top. This is a really great recipe, nice and quick, easy. Checks off all the boxes, and healthy, of course. All right. I'm just gonna spread that over top evenly. Like I said, we're gonna put that into a 350-degree oven, and we're gonna cook this for about 70 to 80 minutes. Probably closer to the 70 minutes, basically until you insert a knife and it comes out clean. And that's it. All right, and then when you're finished, we have this as our finished product. And so I added a little bit of powdered sugar just to dress it up a little bit, but you could also add a little bit of whipped cream. All right, and so there you have it, low sugar, healthy, and tasty. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a happy Thanksgiving and have a great week.